All right, so let me get back to Columbia's question. She says, I have an excellent prospect in a very high-ticket tech industry. We are discussing PPC, SEO, and content marketing. I will be using lots of networks and other resources from Semantic Mastery and SERP Space. I'll +1 that. What would be the best order of implementing the 3 areas of PPC, SEO, and content marketing, giving the resources I can access with Semantic Mastery and SERP Space, and what services should I include to give a highly visible result quickly for the client? My go-to, Columbia, would be start off with PPC. Like, focus all of your attention and energy on the PPC campaign for the first few weeks just to get it set up. You can get high visibility results quickly with AdWords. Plus, that will give you data. Will show you the keywords that you're getting the most traffic from, the most clicks from. You'll be able to start optimizing for conversions. Then once you have all that data that the PPC campaign can provide you, you can start working on SEO and content marketing campaign using the keywords and the queries that were identified through AdWords. The reason I say that is because for forever and ever, I never did any AdWords stuff. And I would just go in and I would do market research and keyword research and all that kind of stuff. And I would think that I would know what the best converting keywords would be and all that other kind of crap. And I would start my SEO campaigns and content marketing, which is one and the same in my opinion now, SEO and content marketing. And I would be targeting keywords that just didn't convert very well or just didn't really provide the traffic that I was looking for because people were looking for other keywords and other search queries. And until I started using AdWords, I didn't realize how much money I was leaving on the table by not identifying the proper keywords right up front. AdWords will give you that ability to identify the keywords right up front. You'll know because you'll be spending money on keywords and clicks. Some of them will do a lot better than others. And the 80-20 rule absolutely applies where 80% of your traffic will come from 20% of your keywords. And in fact, sometimes it's more like 90-10, And so my point is you don't want to be spending a whole bunch of time focusing on all these other keywords, except for, for content marketing, it makes sense to focus on long tail terms. But my point is start with where your high volume traffic and high converting keywords are first. And then you can start working your way down from there as far as going towards longer tail kind of stuff for content marketing. But if you build your foundation, you start with those keywords that are going to give you the most traffic and going to convert the best, your best performing keywords, in other words. You start with those and you focus your SEO attention on that and your content marketing on that. You're going to get the most bang for your buck, and you'll avoid spending time and energy and money on keywords that aren't going to produce for you. So again, I highly recommend you starting off with PPC. I've mentioned this many times on Hump Day Hangouts, guys. For most campaigns now, especially if I don't already have a really good understanding of the industry, I don't even start with SEO anymore, unless I'm doing some spam stuff with like YouTube. But for the most part, if I'm going to go through the trouble of setting up a website or a ClickFunnels, funnel or something like that, I'm going to set up an AdWords campaign to start with, and then I'm going to run a few $100s in traffic through it first before I start even developing my SEO campaign. And that's just so that I know what data, I know where the real traffic is. Go ahead.
If I can add something, Bradley, I love this approach from Columbia. Way to go, Columbia, because you're approaching with all of the tools that you have. And I think we talked briefly about this on the last mastermind, like how you can position yourself from an SEO or whatever into a consultant, right? Into a traffic and business growth consultant. And I think this is a great approach by Columbia, because he's saying, okay, I can use PPC, I can use SEO, I can use content marketing, you can use email marketing. You have all of these little tools, or little or large tools, but you have all of these tools to your disposal right now that you can use, right, to bring the client results. That's how you position yourself in a way that you don't have to choose either or, but you can use all of your tools in the arsenal that you have so that you can bring results fast and then sustain those results and make them grow in time. That's how you get the big bucks. That's how you charge 10 times more than you're currently charging for your clients, right? Because you have all of these tools. The main point of everything that we're doing, Semantic Mastery and SERP Space, is that you have pretty much a one-stop shop for all of these for all of these tools that you need to grow a business, not just to get more traffic from Google, or not just to get more traffic from Facebook or AdWords, right? But literally to grow a business. And this is how you do it. You go all in with all of your tools and you apply them as you see fit. I totally agree with Bradley. Start with a PPC campaign, and then you start developing, at the same time, you start developing content marketing and SEO, because that's going to kick, 3 or 6 months down the road. In the meantime, you have all of this data that you can use in terms of conversions, in terms of keywords, in terms of product pricing, upsells. There's a bunch of things that you can offer. And that's why I love this question. And that's why I think that, if you're struggling when it comes to approaching clients, if you're positioning yourself as an SEO, or, just know that you can go bigger, broader, and you can use all of these tools to actually bring more leads or more results. Nowadays, we approach, every time I approach a client, or every time we as a team, as Semantic, once you approach a project, we say, okay, we're going to start with this and that and that and that, and we bring results that allow us to leverage all of this knowledge that, and the experience. And that's exactly how you guys should be thinking if you want to grow your business, over the next 1 to 2 years.
Yeah. And last, just part of that is, as far as like, if you start with PPC and start identifying the keywords where the traffic is, that kind of stuff, then you can start developing your content marketing and your SEO plan. And that's pretty straightforward, because that's, outlined in like the battle plan, for example, exactly what we would do for that, as far as the steps. But, obviously it makes sense to first identify where the traffic is anyways, before going through all that. And again, that's why I had for many years just done it kind of backwards, because I never wanted to learn AdWords. It was just something I didn't want to do. And I was always really able to get a lot of success from SEO anyways, without needing to learn it. But as SEO continues to become more and more complex, more and more ranking factors that we have to take into account, all of that, to me, I don't want to spend a lot of energy on attention on something that, unless I already know, like, it's going to be successful beforehand. And the only way that I can know that now, without setting up a campaign and then like hoping for the best, if I just started with SEO, would be to start with PPC. And just know, again, it's just, if you understand that you're going to throw a few $100s in traffic at something up front, and just expect to be pissing that money away. Essentially you're not, because it's research. So you're just spending money on research, right? That's the way I look at it, is it's R&D, it's research and development. So I don't mind spending some money up front, knowing that it's going to identify and make my job easier down the road.